session. So again, welcome everybody. This is Senior Seminar Week 2. This week, we are talking all about the college essay. So I wanted to bring this up pretty early just so that we can have a better understanding of what the college essay is. And we are going to talk about, how to write an essay, get you in the creative writing mindset. And then we're going to have a few assignments where you get to pick which prompt you want to write, and even have some activities where you are going to be writing a little bit. Today, we're specifically going to start with a Sporkle college quiz. I remember we had those quizzes on Friday, and I wanted to continue to use them just because I really enjoy Sporkle. We're going to go over a review of the Common App, and if you need to create a username and password, feel free to do so as well. We're going to look at the essay prompts themselves, and I'm going to show you how to access those either through the Common App or also through the Google Drive. We also are going to talk about, again, like I mentioned, the college essay, and then we're going to talk about the assignment that is due on Thursday. So just to start off and get the mind going, Sporkle college quiz. Again, you can use Sporkle for whatever quizzes that you want. You can use them for school. You can use them for play. You can use them for learning. You can use them for fun. So what I wanted to do was do a little bit different one. So this is, can you name all the colleges and universities in Massachusetts? It's a long list, I know, but I think you can get as many colleges as you think. So again, you can either unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat. Please make sure to, try to answer as many as you can, and we are going to get started. So please, you can either type in the chat or you can unmute yourself.
UMass Boston.
Boston.
Harvard.
What else you got? And again, you can type it in the chat or you can unmute yourself. The more voices, the better. The more typing, the better. Mass. Spell it right. Dartmouth. So, what else you got? What else you got? There's some more UMasses too.
UMass Lowell and UMass Amherst.
Okay, we love those two. Are there any schools that start with Boston?
Boston University.
There's another one that starts with Boston that I went to.
Boston College.
College. What else? What else y'all got? Again, you can either unmute yourself.
Salem State.
You can either mute yourself or you can type in the chat. And these are four-year colleges. Or we have 10. What's one that's right next to Roxbury Crossing?
Roxbury Community College.
That's a 2-year school. There's another one that's right there.
I don't know.
They go by the Huskies.
Northeastern.
And there's a few around Northeastern too.
Isn't MIT one?
That's MIT.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there's a few around Northeastern. So like, think of, what's an all-women's college that's by Northeastern?
Does it start with a W?
There is a school that starts with a W. That's a tech school.
Is it Wentworth? I don't know, something like that.
Wentworth, yep. And there's another school. Actually, there's 2 schools over there. One's an all-women's college and one is an art school. Come on, y'all know some of these.
You said an art school?
There is an art school over there.
Mass Art and Design, I think.
Mass art.
Berkeley.
Oh, I guess not. I can't spell. Yep, Brandeis. Hold on, you have any more?
No.
For real?
Yes.
I know you got a few more. We got a list.
You know the one that call like police, the one that teach people how to be police. I don't know that college, but they teach it.
Let me see the police academy.
Yeah,
They have that.
and it's college.
Well, it's okay. You don't have it? Someone got a list. Destiny, did you find a list? I know I tried that, Julie. I don't know why it's not pulling up. It's weird.
Did anybody say Bentley?
Oh.
It's like Bentley and I think Babson.
Yeah. I'll give you one. You probably might not know that one. Assumption. Leslie, I just typed Leslie. I think. Yes. Destiny, did you find a list online?
No,
Oh, yeah, I
I
was
just
about to
know
say
them
Anna
off
Maria.
top of my head.
Oh wow, you know a bunch. Okay, keep going, keep going. We got about 4.5 minutes left. And hold on, I know you know a few more. Y'all missing some women's colleges.
I was about to say Mass College of Liberal Arts. Maybe that's up there.
CLA. Yeah. Or Regis not up there?
Boston Community College.
These are all colleges. Bible. I have no idea what that is. St. John's is in New York. Got Holy Cross, right?
Do you have Berkeley?
Yeah, I've heard. It's not there. Massachusetts art. Mass art should be up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill is a 2-year school, but I'll give you that one. Oh, thank you. It's got to be up there.
Emerson?
Got that one. I'll give you another one here first. It's pretty good, honestly. Yeah. I'll give you Mr.
Mr. Bunker Hill.
No, Bunker Hill is a 2-year school. So these are 4-year
yeah.
schools. But yeah, there's a lot of colleges in Massachusetts. Oh, Stonehill. Smith, I put Smith. Oh. Wellesley is in Wellesley.
Is New England Conservatory one?
I don't know if I spell that. Guess not. There, no. Weird. Oh, MCPA. What? It's gotta be. I got Leslie. Mr. State, MPI, Salem. Got a minute left. Honestly, like these are most of the schools. Gordon, I think Gordon is one. Did I put Gordon? Yeah, I got Gordon up there.
Merrimack.
There's one in Newton that I just do not know. Emmanuel
Did you
should be
get
there.
Curry College?
Reason in Milton. I mean, honestly, this is a good list. They played us with some. Not up there. I'm not gonna lie, they def played us with some. You definitely. Oh no, 5-4. All right, I'll tell you which ones we def got for sure. They missed some. Oh, we had Framingham State, we had Fisher. Williams, we forgot Williams and Wheelock. Wheelock, unfortunately, is part of VU. But they missed some. They missed Emmanuel. They missed Mass Art. They missed a bunch. This list is cat, but it's okay. But thank you for starting with that. I just want you to get into the feeling of just learning more colleges' names, thinking about more colleges. And now we're gonna move into the next session, is the college essay and personal statement. But first, we're just gonna review a little bit about the Common App. So just to start off, the Common App, did you add any schools, or do you have any lingering questions about the Common App? And again, one of the assignments is talking about questions. Yes, Destiny, what's up?
I wasn't here last week, but can I get help like signing up?
Common App? Or just help setting up in general? Because I can definitely, we're gonna go over the Common App itself, and I'm gonna show you guys. Well, I'm actually gonna show you just because I know two of you weren't here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to the senior seminar course. I'm gonna go to week 1, and just go through some of these assignments. So the assignment 1, this one is the why do I want to go to college, and I actually need to rename this. Assignment 2 is the actual assignment for the Common App. So if you go to assignment 2 in week 1, it actually has the link directly to create your Common App. And then you want to put your username and password in this document right here. Back to it. And then it says mark down your username and password, and then just write 2 questions you have below it right here. So that's assignment 2, and then assignment 3 is creating a college list. So this one, you add schools to your college list, and then you put your name in the schools, give 1 to 2 reasons why you chose it. And again, if you have any questions about any of the assignments, please let me know. And now as we move into week 2, all about the essay, I'm gonna get to the assignment later, but we're gonna go over the Common App a little bit. So just to show you how to do it, so if you need to, I'll just show you how to log into it again. Once you get to this main webpage, create an account, and then you click first year student, and then it tells you to put in this information. Again, make sure to use a working email address, and then also make sure to use a working phone number, and then it tells you your date of birth. You're gonna say no to this question. and you're gonna say applying as a first year student. Plans of college in 2020 or 2021. Because you're only starting once you graduate. Oh no, you're gonna be planning to start college in 2022 because you're starting next year. And then you just click this box to click check and then create an account. And I already have an account for me. I'm going to log in so we can just go over some of the information. So again, once you create your new password, you log in. And then I have some schools already that you've added. And just to show you how to add schools again, let's type in Boston University, college search. You can click the school here, and then you just click the add to my colleges, or you can just type in the school name. So, what's up, this one?
So isn't this the website where like you can like directly apply to the
Mhm.
colleges?
Yep.
So I remember my school that they showed us like a scatter plot, I think it's called. And it's like it
Yes.
shows you like the kids that I don't know if it was kids that applied from my school that applied or just like in general of like where
Yes.
your grades need to be. Can you explain that more?
Yeah, so that's on actually Naviance, and I actually can log into that as well. So I can show you. And again, hold on. These are two websites that you can use. And if you go into the week one folder, so let me go back. If you go into the week one folder and if you click video lessons, you can actually watch each of the lessons that you missed. So some of them, this one talks about the Common App. This one, I'm pretty sure, talks about Naviance and College Board. So if you want to watch the day 4 lesson, you can do that. But just to make it easier for you all, I'm going to log in. Hold on. And Naviance is a great tool for logging in to your BPS using your BPS ID. So get into Naviance, the easiest way is you just log in using BPS Clever. And I just type that in the chat, use it, look it up. Password. So I'm just gonna click, let's click Excel. So the scattergrams is a way that shows you which schools your fellow classmates and former classmates applied to. So the one that I usually like to use is UMass Boston. So again, if you type in if you go to colleges home, you can honestly just search it. So Boston. Oh, I didn't pull up. Let me do that. Let's say UMass Durham because they played me. So if you click the whatever school that you want and you click admissions, admissions tab, and all these tabs have different information for you all. So if you scroll down, they usually have a plot right here that tells you which students applied to the school and which students got in or which students didn't. So let me try to find another school to show you better. Let's look up. Here. Guess they don't have enough data yet. But yeah, so that's where you can find the scattergrams. Also, if you want to, if you click colleges home and you just click scattergrams, let's see. Let's do Boston University, just because it looks like it has a bunch of students. Scroll down here. It didn't pull up. Okay. But it should have a graph right here that tells you enough data. It tells you which students got in, it tells you which students didn't. But that's where you're going to use it on Naviance. So I can, if you want, we can schedule an appointment and we can go through that on our own. But I'm gonna move on from Naviance to just show you the College Board account again. I mean, the Common App account. So if you go to the Common App, remember there's all these different sections that you have to fill out. Again, you put in your profile, you put in your family. So there's family education, testing, and there's a lot. And I think the earlier you complete this step, the better. So as soon as you can, just try to get into your Common App, start filling in some of this information about your profile. You put your birthday, put your address, you put, citizenship, geography, like where you are in the world, all that good stuff. But what I want to focus on today is the writing. So whenever you click the writing section, you just want to make sure that you put I understand, just because you have to submit a college essay. It tells you right here which schools require it, which schools don't. Again, most schools do require the college essay, but not all of them. Tell you the distinction right here. But then if you scroll further down, it says this is the essay down here. These are the prompts, and you click one that you're going to answer, and then you just write the essay down here. What I usually recommend is that you type your college essay into Google Drive or in a Google Doc, and then what you could do is you could just copy and paste it, or you could transfer it directly from the drive. Usually it works pretty easily to transfer, but you just want to make sure that it works. The minimum amount of words that you can use in a college essay is 250. The maximum you can use is 650. I recommend trying to write as much as you can. You don't have to do 650 words, but if you feel like you've got your point across, you've got your story across within 650 words or less, that's great, right? So again, today we're just focusing mainly on the college essay. I'm going to go back to here. So the essay, find the section that finds writing, and again, I just showed you that on the Common App, and the space below is where you either type in your college essay or you add it to Google Drive, like I mentioned. If you go over the maximum, that's a great question. They actually won't let you submit it, so you actually have to cut it down. So again, if you need help editing, if you need help doing anything with the college essay, please let me know. They will not let you submit it if it's over than 650 words. So that's what happens. So the question is, what is the college essay? And before we actually talk about it, do any of you want to talk about what you think the college essay is?
I think it's just like a paper you're writing about yourself. It's basically like introducing yourself and like why you want to go there, or like why would you be like a good fit at that college.
Yep, exactly. Hold on, and Julia, what do you think the college essay is?
It tells me it's the same. She said so.
Same. Okay, got you. Julia, do you want to say what you think the college essay is?
I think it's kind of the same, but I also feel like they want you to tell like a sob story just to get into a college, which is kind of stupid to me.
That is a big thing that students do think like it's a sob story, but you don't have to do a sob story. And actually, once we move in further into this week, I'm going to actually show you some examples of different college essays. And you're going to see like some of them might be sob stories. I don't think I'm going to show any because I don't want to. But a lot of them are just personal essays of students talking about things that they like or places that they like to be. So thank you all for those answers. When it comes to the actual college essay, yes, it's absolutely a chance to express yourself. It's absolutely a chance for colleges to see like who you are as a student. And if you think about it this way, the Common App is basically an expression of you as a student, but the college essay is a chance for you to showcase who you are in your own words. So not only is it adding to the actual application, but it's giving the admissions counselors a picture of who you are just as a person, or as yourself. And then also it's just a chance to see your writing. So think of it as a writing sample. The admissions counselors get a chance to see your level of writing skills. And again, again, what's a big thing about the college essay? You want to make sure the grammar is correct. You want to make sure punctuation is correct. And if you need help with any of those, like again, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to ask if you want me to edit, if you want me to look at it. And then again, how do counselors use the essay? So first, they want to understand. Um, they want to get a better sense of who you are as a person. A lot of counselors will come talk to you during the school year, if those schools allow counselors to attend their schools. But the college essay allows them to get a better sense of who you are, and again, like I said, through your own words. It also gets a sense of your story. So if you want to share something like what Julia said, a sob story, you can. But if you want to just share something that interests you, something that you enjoy, something that brings you joy, you can always do that as well. And then also it sees where you would fit on the college campus. So it sees what type of student you are, if they need a specific demographic, if they need someone who needs leadership qualities, they need someone who might be more of a person who likes to keep to themselves. It sees where you fit in a college campus and allows them to picture you walking on their campuses as well. And then they also use it as a way to choose students. And I feel like it's kind of weird to say it like that, but I've talked to guidance. I mean, talked to admissions counselors before. I'm actually good friends with some admissions counselors from my undergrad years. But when it comes down to it, colleges are looking at your academics as the main factor in their decision. But seeing who you are in the essay actually helps them choose as well. I can remember having conversations with some of the guidance counselors, and also the admissions counselors, just talking about a student's transcript, but then them talking about, hey, they were really good and they were really great at sharing their story on the college essay. And that was the determining factor of why we chose a student. And a big piece of the college essay is just understanding the prompts and going over each of those sections. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through each of them. And again, these are the prompts you find on the Common App page, but also you can find them in the Google Drive. I've already downloaded them and added them to the Google Drive. So the first one is some students have a background, identity, interest, or talent that is so meaningful that they believe their application would be incomplete without it. If this sounds like you, then please share your story. What do you think colleges are looking for with this particular question? Again, you can unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat. But for this first one, what do you think colleges are looking for? This question. You want to share something or not?
With the first question or any question on there?
With this first question, and then I'm going to go down to the other questions.
Okay.
Like, what do you think colleges are looking for or want you to write in this first question? If you look at the actual prompt.
Maybe it's asking like I'm thinking more about like the background and identity part, or interest, like for example, like your interest, like maybe you like to help kids or something like that. So like that could be something that's good that you can add in the college essay, because obviously like you're gonna pick what interests you, like for college, like a major or whatever. So you can like talk about like maybe like you've went to like different hospitals and like volunteered, or like you took care of like your siblings or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. They're looking for something that, you can talk about for a long time and you can write about that you really enjoy. And I think, those aspects of volunteer work or even just working with, your siblings or any of that fun stuff could be really important when it comes to that college essay. And then I'm going to move on to another one is reflect on the time when you questioned or challenged a belief or idea. What prompted your thinking? What was the outcome? So I think some of these prompts are more confusing than others. Would you say this one is a little bit confusing? Like reflect on a time when you question or challenge a belief or idea. Like, do you think that would be easy to write about or hard to write about?
hard.
Yeah. How about you, Julia? And hold on. Do you think that would be easy to write about or hard to write about? This question right here. Reflect on the time. Question or challenge your belief or idea. When prompted. What prompted your thinking? What was the outcome?
It'd be easy for me since I'm already thinking of 10 answers.
That's that's great. Like, and I think that like getting in the mindset of trying to brainstorm, trying to figure out what you need, uh, and trying to figure out like what how you would answer that is like part of the process as well. Then moving on to one more. Actually, I'm gonna do two more, and then we'll go back to the main presentation. Discuss an accomplishment, event, or realization that sparked a period of personal growth and a new understanding of yourself or others. Like, how would you feel writing about this prompt? This one right here. So yeah, how would you feel writing about the prompt? The one that you're thinking about? Yeah. And I think it's always good to just go through each of the prompts, try to figure out what, which one looks interesting, which one looks, something that you could really write about. And one thing that I always try to say is like, if you want, pick two or three and just brainstorm underneath them. So then you can be like, you know what, maybe I like this one better, maybe I like this one better. And then to see how many ideas or topics you can come up with for each of these. And then the final one, and honestly, this is one that I've seen students write about so often, and it's share an essay or a topic of your choice. It can be one you've already written, one that responds to a different prompt, or one of your own design. So like this one is an interesting one because again, it allows you that free range. It allows you to write whatever you want. It can even be an essay that you've already written. Like, what do you think about this last prompt? Like, does it intrigue you? Does it not? Does it, are you like, you know what? No, I don't really want to write. I kind of want a little bit of structure. Like, how do you guys feel about this one?
I think I would want structure because I would know I wouldn't want to like mess up on anything or like make it like confusing where they don't understand, but it makes sense to me. So I feel like maybe just writing something like that they provided would probably be easier.
Oh, for sure. I completely agree. Hold on, or Julia, do you want to say anything about this prompt?
I personally don't mind free writing, but when it comes to free writing about myself, yeah, I'd rather have a little bit of structure.
Yeah, and I think that's the same feeling. Hold on, any questions about these essay prompts or anything you want to add? And again, you can unmute yourself or you can type in the chat. Is there anything that's confusing about like the college essay itself for any of you?
I think when it comes to writing about yourself, it can be a little bit difficult. So like what I think I would probably do is like make a web of stuff I can do. Cause like when I see like a list, it's gonna be more of like visually hard. But I think like a web, like connecting stuff of what I could write about, that probably would help.
Mm, I think that makes sense too. Just like having it on paper or having it on a screen or just having it organized can really help out. Yeah, for sure. Anyone else want to add anything? Like any questions, comments, concerns about the college essay? If you don't. But what I want to go back to now, I'm actually gonna close this out. I just want to go back to the Google Drive just to talk a little bit about kind of what the expectation is in using this and just giving you an idea of how I'm going to be working throughout the summer. So as you may or may not know, a big part of Upward Bound is making sure that you build kind of your self-advocacy skills. And a piece of that is making sure that you stay on top of assignments and making sure that you have those skills of time management. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, like feel free to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to Swami, feel free to reach out to Janae. But the reason why I created this course specifically in the method of a Google Drive is to make sure that you are on top of everything. So at the beginning of each week, I'm going to be sending an email out just to remind you, like, hey, here's the link for the Google Drive. We're going to be working on week 3 this week, but it's going to be on you to complete the assignments, to make sure that you finish, each assignment on time, to make sure that you finish the assignments that are due. Just because of the nature of this summer, I have each of the assignments. The latest it'll be due is the following Monday. For Hold because he wasn't here, our stuff is going to be due on Friday. This week for week 1, but I want all the assignments to be done at least by the following Monday. So for week 2, all the assignments should be due by week 3 on Monday. But just try to get them done as soon as you can, just because I want to make sure that you have some time and space to do so. And then just going back, assignment 1, again, everybody has most of the copies here. Assignment 2, just want to make sure you put those questions down within the Common App assignment, and also put your username and password in there, especially if you haven't done so already. And then assignment 3 is just to create a college list. You can create a copy, or you don't have to create a copy. So make sure to add it. Now coming to week 2, so this first assignment is actually one that I'm super excited about. And I'm actually going to go back to the slide. So assignment is going to be due on day 8, but again, like I mentioned, you want to make sure that if you're having some issues or having some troubles, you can get them due on the following Monday, so next Monday. This one is going to be not the college essay. It's a creative writing assignment that allows you a chance to flex your writing muscles. And again, I'm going to show it to Google Drive and how to access it. So you go here, week 2, assignment 1, not the college essay. Make sure to download a copy if you haven't done so already. All you need to do is click File up here, make a copy, or you can also save as a Google Doc for yourself. And just write your name as part of the title. So instead of just saying original, you just take your name off, take original off, and then write your name. But this is not the college essay assignment. Much of your writing comes in form of analytical work, comes in forms of book reports, answering prompts about books, historical writing, and many more. A lot of assignments that are super boring and focused on talking about, this is what this character did, or what is this important moment in history, and it doesn't allow you to really flex, your own creative writing muscles. But you may often have to write a thesis, fill in some body paragraphs, and then come up with a compelling conclusion. But this is not going to be that type of assignment. This assignment is asking you to forget about the formal method and just focus on writing a story. A story that showcases a little bit about you. And the reason why we call it not a college essay is because we have created some prompts for you. And we want to do in 2 full paragraphs. Again, these paragraphs can be 5 to 10 sentences each. Please answer one of the short prompts below. Make sure to put as much detail as you can. I want to see your skills when it comes to writing, when it comes to writing about yourself, when it comes to writing about a prompt. But I want it to be as creative as possible. So what I tried to do is create prompts that weren't necessarily completely aligned with the college essay, but they were prompts that allows you to talk about things that you wouldn't want to talk about. Right? So the first prompt is describe a time that you were very excited. It can be a vacation, it could be some time at school, or it could just be a simple moment of excitement. This one is really fun, I think, just because you could talk about, trip, vacation. You could talk about, something funny that happened in the cafeteria. You could talk about something that happened when you were at home watching your favorite TV show. It could be literally anything. So that's why I wanted to use this one. Second one is, if one day you could talk to animals, what is the first animal you would talk to, and what would you tell them? And again, this one's a little bit more easy to break down into 2 paragraphs. Because what's the first animal you will talk to, and you explain why you would want to talk to that specific animal, and what would you tell them, right? What is it that you would tell this particular animal? If you have pets, it makes it easier. Or if, even if you just like went to the zoo and saw a giraffe and was like, yo, I would love to talk to a giraffe. Like that. Next one is in explicit detail, tell us how to make your favorite dish to eat. Or tell us what is your go-to order at your favorite restaurant and why. So this one is more talking about additives, trying to describe flavors, trying to describe actions. If you do cook, if you do make food, it would be really great to share those steps and see what you would like to talk about us with. Or you could just talk about go to a favorite restaurant. And yes, number 3 is a little bit more work, but again, this is supposed to challenge you to try to write creatively and write something that you would be interested in. Number 4 is really simple. What is your opinion about pancakes versus waffles? But you have to give me a good argument for one versus the other. For pancakes, you like the way that it goes well with any other breakfast food. For waffles, you like the fact that it's basically pancakes with abs. That's what some people say. But what is your opinion about pancakes versus waffles? And again, I'll probably come back. Honestly, I probably was hungry when I wrote this, so that's probably why there's 2 foodie prompts here. But honestly, I just want to hear what your opinion is on pancakes versus waffles. So, yeah. And then the last one is write something that brings you great joy and makes you happy. It's kind of like the top one, but this one is a little bit deeper. What's something that makes you happy? What's something that brings you great joy? It can be a family member, it can be a pet, it can be music, it can be a hobby, it can be whatever you want. But again, this is just an assignment to make sure that you are all getting in the habit of writing creatively. As part of the college essay, you got to think about writing creatively. You got to think about which ways you can tell a story, see which ways you can add different pieces to it. But again, you get to pick which prompt. I'm not making you pick one. You can just pick whatever you want. But again, this is part of the assignment 2, assignment 1 for week 2. So again, in order to access that, you should all have access to the drive. Hold on, I'm actually going to add you to this right when I finish. But make sure that you put week 2, assignment 1, and then here is the original copy of the Not the College Essay prompt. Looking into further this week, we're going to be doing a little bit of work of just you picking a prompt for your college essay. And then the last assignment is going to be creating a schedule for yourself in terms of what you need to do and working on. Remember, this is a big part of the summer, making sure that you finish the assignments, making sure that you finish the big projects that we have. And again, we do have the college fair final project, which in the back of your mind. But as we continue to move forward, just make sure to use the resources you have here. We actually have some essay examples if you want to check them out now. We're going to be talking about those actually tomorrow. But that is what we are doing for the rest of this week. So again, assignment 8, the next assignment is due on the day 8 at the earliest. At the latest, it is due next Monday. So just make sure that you complete them. For everyone, if you have any questions, if you have any issues, if you have any comments or anything, please use my information below. I will put it in the chat. It's also in any email that I send to you. My phone number, if you ever have a question or you want to ask a quick question, you can text me or call me. I prefer you to use email. Email is the best way to get to me. I'm not always checking my phone. I'm not always on it. But if you need something more immediate, please reach out through email or phone. And then finally, the last one is the Calendly link. So if you would like to create a personal appointment, you can always schedule that with me, and we can talk about completing assignments. We can work on different pieces of the summer program. But those are the way to contact me. With that, do we have any questions, comments, or concerns before I turn off the recording? And actually, I'll just pause it now. So thank you for joining.